this is none of my business, and I'm not good at doing any of this. I'm not good with numbers or like doing this kind of like stuff, but I was just kind of curious for some reason. I did some digging into like weapon proficiency data, or data, well, the just like amount of XP you get, and I have a little spreadsheet. It also has like what all I have mastered and stuff too, like max proficiency and stuff. Um, Also has like a table of like the differences in XP between each level too. It's kind of different. I'm not sure if other games do this, but it like bounces around like at the end to 2600 to 2700 difference of like adding amount of XP that you need to the next level. But the difference doesn't seem too steep, but and it seems like a linear progression, so not a like a huge curve up, which is convenient. But I was doing some looking into like how much XP you get per like weapon kill, like with main hand and offhand weapons. And I can't do it without the 30% buff that we got in like the mail and stuff, and for through like the battle pass and stuff. So I'm not sure how accurate it is, but I just took 30% off of it just to see if that's the correct number. So this is all like with a grain of salt, I'd imagine. I did this before, but I realized that one of my externals had the weapon proficiency gain modifier, and oopsie, that actually increases it by quite a bit. So I also want to try out testing if or the percent you get from the buff increases the flat amount, and then the modifier after that increases it. Because I was talking with another guy in YouTube comments on another video, and he said he was getting like 400 XP per kill, which I could probably see if he got like a gold roll on a firearm proficiency gain modifier. But that brings up the question, like, if that modifier is for the flat amount and the percent just increases the amount you gain from the kill. But I'm not sure on that, but I'm trying to get like just the flat numbers for it. So this is maybe what it is. I went into normal and hard mode, and I just recorded like the weapon XP of the current weapon I had, subtracted it to get the difference. Also found out that offhand weapons get approximately, at least for me, approximately like 19%, 19.7, almost 20% of what the main hand gets. There, you don't gain anything from having 3 of the same weapons. Like if you have 3 tamers, they're not going to get like that extra 20% per extra weapon you have equipped. So having 3 tamers doesn't mean you're gonna get more XP. You're just gonna get the normal amount. So if you're trying to grind mastery, if you're trying to get to 20, you just put 3 different weapons on. You're basically increasing the amount of weapon proficiency you gain by another like 40%. It seems like the number of XP you also get is like a flat amount between all mobs. I've tested it between like almost every mob in the game, and they all seem to be different. You also don't get XP from Colossuses. One thing that I do want to end up testing, but I don't have a group to really test it with, is to see if like the amount of XP you get from enemies in defense are increased, because it feels like you get a ton of XP from enemies in defenses. But maybe it's the same. It's just the amount of mobs you kill all at the same time. You just get a large chunk. But yeah, the numbers with the buff from the main hand, you get 260 XP per mob, and then 20% of that you get 52 XP for your offhand. So both of them would get the 52 XP. And without the 30% buff, we're kind of running around the area of 182, I'd imagine. I've seen another Reddit post of someone saying that they're getting 161 XP per mob kill, so I don't know the actual flat numbers. I'm just doing it based off my own calculations. For some reason, I've had people throw different numbers at me, and I really want to like see what they're doing, but I don't have friends. But yeah, there's a. I also put down that like there's a 60% increase, maybe almost 50 to 60% increase in XP when you go into hard mode. So if you are like trying to farm XP, try to do it in hard mode. That's why I think that like the defense monsters give more XP is because like the hard mode gives 260, and are the defenses in hard mode like XP amounts? I don't know how that works. Do you get a buff if you're like in a party or something? I don't know. Maybe when my 30% weapon proficiency buff ends, I'll try not to pick any up and I'll try and test it again. And we'll see how that goes. But if you want how I got to mastery rank 20, so semi quickly, I think. I will say that I do have most every Descendant to 40. I still need to get these guys, Glay and Eugen, Ajax, Lepic, Viesa. I did buy the Glay pack, because I know that Glay can just melt the hard mode Colossus, so I just wanted to get that shit over with. But as far as like getting to mastery rank 20 fairly quickly, I was just doing, here, I'll show you. Let's go to Albion. I would just run over here to like the interceptions, or special operations rather, and I just did the Echo Swamp defense over and over again with just different weapons that I needed to get the proficiencies up on, and that seemed pretty fast to me. I would just try in the waves. I just try and go as far as I can. If it gets to a point where like I know we're going to lose, you get a little bit of bonus XP if you like complete the mission successfully. So I kind of just gauged on if I know that the people I'm in there with are be able to go to the next, like after the 7 stages, get to 10 and then get to 14. I tried not to fail the mission so I can get that little bit of bonus XP. You also get a decent amount of gold from this too. I can see why. I don't think they're going to nerf this at all or anything, because there's not like a ton of rewards you get from it. You just get gold and XP. You don't really get anything else, maybe. And you get the amorphous stuff, but you don't get like weapons to deconstruct. You don't get modules. You don't get reactors. You don't get external components. So I don't think they're going to buff it because you're not getting that much out of it other than XP. But yeah, I'm probably going to make another video of some point. I don't know what you guys really want to see. I could do like builds, I guess, like farm spots, best in slots, that sort of thing. But yeah, if you liked this video, tell your friends. If you want to see more, let me know. If you want me to look into stuff, I'll do it. But yeah, thanks.